Hi. Sorry that this won't be a peppy video that I normally do, and it's just kind of me sitting down and talking with you guys. But this is something that's weighed on me, not even all morning, just for a very, very long time, and it's something that I feel the need to really talk about and kind of discuss because I haven't gone into detail about this specific thing on my channel yet. So I've made my mental illness video, but recently, and this was I think near end of April to beginning of May, sometime in that time period, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And this is something that I thought I had. And when I was talking in my mental illness video, I was saying I thought I either had borderline personality disorder or bipolar disorder, and I was officially diagnosed sometime in the late April, early May of 2017 this year. And I kind of just wanted to talk about that a little bit and how this has affected my life and affected it more than I even ever realized, because it's something that I didn't know that I had or, suspected that I had, but there was no, I was on no medication for it. There was nothing that was making it any better, and it was very, very destructive to a lot of my relationships, and just life in general was very difficult. So I will say that now, after I was diagnosed, they put me on mood stabilizers, so I'm currently on mood stabilizers, and it's honestly like I'm an entirely different person, and not like personality-wise has really changed, but my mood is consistent, which it didn't used to be. I don't blow up at people anymore. I don't say things. So the way that my bipolar disorder is that I would have intense mood swings, and these are things that I didn't really realize were mood swings, or I could recognize that my mood was going up and down, but I just thought, oh, I'm just angry right now, and I'm just happy right now. But that led to me saying extremely hurtful things to a lot of people that I love, and people that I don't know either, and I think that's another reason why I'm making this, because I know a few months ago at a party, I was very upset at this girl that I didn't know. I started insulting her. I saw her again on Saturday, and I didn't think I'd see her, but I happened to run into her, and I tried apologizing and explaining myself, and there was no way for me to explain myself because there's no way for me to justify those things. And I think when you have this disorder, it's really hard to talk about it with other people and have them understand it, because it's not something that other people understand. It's weird and it's complicated, and it sounds like ridiculous to say, oh, I'm sorry that I said those hurtful things to you. I'm bipolar. That sounds like an excuse. I'm literally just making that because I just want to get it out there, because I feel so bad about that one incident that I hurt someone like that, and you know what I mean? And there's no way for me to even like tell this person how sorry I am, and I know that she won't accept the apology. Like, I tried and it just didn't really, but just like saying these things that I don't mean, and like I've said some really terrible things to people that I don't know, and people that I do know. I've told my mom that I've hated her, and that I wish I never like lived in this family, and all these things that happen when I have mood swings, and all these things that happen when I was in a mood swing, and I didn't realize, and I wasn't on medication. I didn't realize for a long time that getting drunk made everything a lot worse. So I would, go drinking, and then I'd lash out at people that I didn't even know, or be extremely rude to people and say these terrible things out of just anger and jealousy and not getting my way. And now that I'm on medication, like, I feel so much better, and when I drink now, like, I still am me. There's no crazy ups and downs, and I'm not saying anything to people that I will really, really regret. But it's hard, and I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to explain myself the best that I can, and hopefully I'm doing an okay job. Yeah, I really, really lashed out at this one girl in one of my mood swings when I was drunk, and I said terrible, terrible things, and I don't know her. I have no idea who she is. I don't even know her name still. But I ended up seeing her again on Saturday, and I tried to apologize and explain myself, and I found that I couldn't. And this probably looks so stupid right now that I'm sitting here and I'm crying over this and I'm not a bad person, guys. Ugh. And I'm not trying to make myself the victim, because I know I did some fuck shit. I know I really, really messed up, and there's no way for I'm sitting here because I know I was wrong. No matter what the circumstance was, I know that what I did was wrong. Yeah, I can't even just insulting this beautiful girl because I was so angry at her for something that, she wasn't doing anything wrong. That was entirely me. It was entirely me. And then someone else that has been affected by this, one of my lashing outs, I tried to apologize to him and explain myself again because he was friends with this girl, and okay, this is not really sounding like a normal story. And I had tried to explain myself to him, and basically he just kind of said, I don't want anything to do with you, I'm sorry. And I think the worst thing about getting that message from someone is understanding that, I understand why this person would want nothing to do with me, because they've seen my past behavior. And again, I know that I've said this in my mental illness video, but I wanted to say it again in this because I've finally been diagnosed, and that's awesome, and that's great that I'm getting back on track and I'm feeling a lot more normal again. But if I've ever said anything or done anything and lashed out at someone with incredibly hurtful words and saying things I don't mean, I am so sorry. And I'm genuinely sorry. And again, I'm not trying to make this seem like, oh, I'm the victim, because I'm not, because I still did this shit. Bipolar or not, I still said those things. And I keep sitting here thinking maybe I'm just a terrible person. And I really hope that that's not the case. Because I think when I'm in a good headspace, I'm a very nice person, and there's just a lot of people that don't know that side of me because they've only seen me when I've been very bad and drunk and getting worse and lashing out, because again, being drunk just made everything so much worse. It's just affected me so much. After going on mood stabilizers, and I'm on Abilify right now, everything changed. So my mood was incredibly up and down, and I can't even explain how rough that was, having intense mood swings and knowing that I'm about to lash out at someone, just because I get this feeling, I know it's about to happen, and I've had to tell my mom, go away, I'm about to yell at you, and I just feel it coming on. I feel myself getting agitated. And after going on mood stabilizers, that slowly decreased, and it's decreasing more and more and more as I'm going up on medication. And it's helped a ton. But for all the times that I wasn't on it, I keep thinking about, and as I've said before, I have an incredibly large guilty conscience. And I don't think people believe me when I say, I think about these things that I've done every single day. There's not a day that goes by where I'm oh my god, I'm such a good person. Because these things just replay over and over in my mind, are you really nice because you said this, and you did this, and you said that, and you did that, and all these terrible things. So I guess this is an apology, but also I'm trying to... This doesn't make any sense. It's hard being bipolar, and especially since I didn't know that I was, because I know that a lot of people don't want to associate with me, and they don't want to associate with me because of things that they've heard, things that I've said and done when I was lashing out at people, or, they heard, oh, she's suicidal, I don't want to be around someone that's like that, she's going to bring me down, or it's going to be weird or awkward, or I don't want to put myself in a situation where I know someone like that. And it's affected a lot of parts of my life like that, where I've lost a ton of friends. And I've made a ton of enemies of people that I don't even really know, just because I would lash out, and it would get significantly worse when I was drunk. It's just harmed a lot in my life, and it's really comforting, I think, knowing now that I have a diagnosis and knowing what's actually going on with me, and knowing maybe it really isn't my fault that these things happened, or it was, but I didn't know any better. I didn't, my brain didn't, it wasn't working correctly. Knowing that there is a name for this thing that there's a reason that these things are happening. There's a reason that I'm saying these things, and in no way am I trying to justify any of my actions because I'm owning up to them, and I realize how hurtful they are. And I know that if someone had, you know, said certain things to me and they were bipolar and they like came and apologized, I don't even know if I would have accepted it if I don't understand the disorder. It doesn't make any sense, and that's the thing. It doesn't make sense even to me, and it won't make sense to people that don't understand it, which is why I'm trying to discuss it and kind of make sense of it so that other people understand. It's not like this scary, terrible thing, you know. I don't know how to end this because I feel like I did a terrible job kind of explaining my thoughts, and maybe I'll go back later today and try to fix them and get across what I'm actually trying to say. But thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.